In a world filled with stress, uncertainty, and constant challenges, finding a path to inner peace can seem like a difficult task. However, the ancient wisdom of Buddhism offers principles that teach us to navigate life with greater serenity and resilience. These principles not only help us face adversity, but also guide us to live more consciously, balanced, and in harmony with ourselves and the world around us. In this video, we will explore 10 Buddhist principles that will help you maintain calm and mental clarity, no matter the external circumstances. By integrating these values into your daily life, you can find unshakable peace, learn to let go of control, and live with greater connection and compassion. If you've ever felt overwhelmed by life's ups and downs, these principles will offer the wisdom you need to ensure that nothing affects you. Principle 1. Insults and offenses. In Buddhism, we learn that insults and offenses only have power if we give it to them. Imagine someone throwing a stone into a pond. The water creates ripples, but eventually it regains its calm. Similarly, when someone says something hurtful, it may disturb our peace momentarily, but we can choose to let it go and return to our state of calm. Buddha said holding on to anger is like drinking poison and expecting the other person to die. When we hold on to anger and resentment, we are the ones suffering, not the person who insulted us. Their words often reflect more of their own problems than ours. By understanding that others' words reflect their own state, we can view them with compassion rather than allowing their negativity to affect us. In this way, we remain indifferent and keep our inner peace, like the pond that regains its calm after the ripples disappear. Principle 2. Turn everyone into a teacher. In Buddhism, we are encouraged to see every person we meet as a teacher. Every person, whether they bring us joy or challenges, has something valuable to teach us. Buddha taught, by taking care of yourself, you take care of others. By taking care of others, you take care of yourself. Adopting this mindset allows us to transform experiences into opportunities for growth. For example, if someone is cruel to us, we can learn patience and compassion. Seeing others as our teachers helps us keep an open mind and be less affected by negativity, making each interaction an opportunity for learning and growth, while staying centered and resilient. Principle 3. Transform envy into emulation. Instead of feeling envy, Buddhism encourages us to transform envy into emulation. When we see someone succeeding or possessing qualities we admire, we can choose to be inspired rather than envious. Buddha said, "Do not be jealous of the good qualities of others, but admire them in yourself." Rather than feeling bad about ourselves, we can use the success of others as motivation to improve. By admiring and learning from others, we can grow and become better without feeling diminished. Transforming envy into emulation helps us maintain a positive attitude and focus on our own growth without being affected by comparisons and negativity. Principle 4. Be strict with yourself but tolerant with others. Buddhism teaches us to set high standards for ourselves while being tolerant of the flaws in others. We should aspire to personal excellence without being harsh or critical of others. Buddha taught, "You yourself, as much as anyone in the entire universe, deserve your love and affection." By being strict with ourselves, we focus on our own growth and improvement, developing discipline and self-respect. At the same time, being tolerant with others helps us cultivate empathy and understanding, recognizing that everyone is on their own journey. This balanced approach not only promotes personal development, but also improves our relationships with others. By practicing self-discipline and tolerance, we can remain calm and in control without being affected by others' actions or mistakes. This way, we create a harmonious life filled with personal growth and compassionate connections. Principle 5. No one can hurt you without your consent. Buddhism teaches that no one can truly hurt you without your consent. While the actions of others may be painful, our reaction to them is within our control. Buddha said, "No one saves us but ourselves. No one can, and no one may. We ourselves must walk the path." By developing a strong sense of self and inner peace, we become resilient to external harm. Imagine a tree standing firm against strong winds. It bends, but does not break. Similarly, by cultivating inner strength, we can overcome life's challenges without being deeply affected. This principle encourages us to take responsibility for our own well-being, instead of blaming others for our pain. We focus on building our internal resilience. Practices like meditation, mindfulness, and introspection help strengthen our inner core, making us less susceptible to external negativity. Understanding that no one can hurt us without our consent empowers us, giving us the freedom to choose how we respond to life's adversities, maintaining our inner peace and not allowing the actions of others to disturb us. We live a more serene and autonomous life. Principle 6, the power of acceptance. Acceptance is a powerful tool in Buddhism. It involves embracing things as they are without resistance or judgment. Buddha taught, accept what is, let go of what was, and have faith in what will be. When we accept situations and people as they are, we free ourselves from the pain of trying to change what is beyond our control. This doesn't mean we become passive, but we recognize the reality of the present moment and respond with clarity and wisdom. Acceptance allows us to conserve our energy for positive actions instead of wasting it on resistance. Imagine you're in a boat in a river. Fighting the current will exhaust you, but by accepting the flow, you can navigate more efficiently. Similarly, by embracing life's ups and downs, we move more harmoniously through challenges. Practicing acceptance also fosters compassion and understanding. When we accept others with their flaws, we build stronger, more empathetic relationships, creating a supportive environment where everyone feels valued and understood. Acceptance doesn't mean giving up on improvement. It means doing so from a place of peace and understanding. By embracing the present moment and releasing resistance, we reduce our suffering and maintain a state of calm and contentment, regardless of circumstances. This inner peace allows us to live more fully and joyfully without being affected by life's inevitable changes. Principle 7, live according to nature. Living in harmony with nature and its rhythms helps us stay centered. Buddha said, just as a candle cannot burn without fire, men cannot live without a spiritual life. This principle encourages us to align our lives with the natural world and its cycles. When we live in accordance with nature, we recognize the interconnectedness of all life. This awareness helps us appreciate the beauty and balance of the world around us. For example, the changing seasons teach us about cycles of growth, decline, and renewal, reminding us that change is a natural part of life. By adopting natural rhythms such as rising with the sun and resting when it sets, we can improve our physical and mental well-being. This alignment with the cycles of nature helps us feel more grounded and less stressed. It also encourages a healthier lifestyle, promoting activities such as spending time outdoors, eating whole foods, and practicing mindfulness. Living according to nature also means respecting and protecting the environment. This awareness fosters a sense of responsibility and care for the planet, ensuring that we contribute to the well-being of all living beings. When we embrace the simplicity and wisdom of nature, we find that many of our modern worries and stresses disappear. By focusing on the essentials and setting aside unnecessary complexities, we create a more peaceful and fulfilling life. In this way, we remain indifferent to the artificial stress of modern life, finding comfort and strength in the natural world. Incorporating the wisdom of nature into our daily lives helps us stay connected to our true self and the world around us, fostering a deeper sense of harmony and resilience. Principle 8. Focus on an ethical life. Living ethically is central to Buddhism. Buddha taught, the mind is everything, what you think, you become. This profound teaching highlights the power of our thoughts and their direct impact on our lives. In Buddhism, living ethically involves adhering to principles such as honesty, compassion, and respect for all living beings. Living ethically begins with understanding that our actions, words, and thoughts have consequences. In Buddhism, this is encapsulated in the law of karma, which teaches that our actions create waves that return to us in one form or another. By focusing on good actions and moral behavior, we build a foundation of integrity that protects us from the negative influences of the world. This means being truthful in our words, kind in our actions, and just in our relationships with others. When we live ethically, we create positive karma that leads to a more peaceful and harmonious life. For example, by practicing honesty, we build trust and reliability, which fosters positive relationships and a sense of community. By speaking the truth, we create an environment of trust and transparency, which helps forge stronger and more meaningful connections with those around us. Kindness and compassion toward others not only help those around us, but also cultivate a sense of joy and fulfillment within ourselves. Simple acts of kindness, such as helping a neighbor or showing empathy to a friend in need, can have profound effects on our well-being and happiness. Respecting all living beings, including animals and nature, strengthens our connection to the world and promotes harmonious coexistence. Additionally, living ethically helps us develop clear awareness, reducing feelings of guilt and regret that can disturb our inner peace. This encourages us to reflect before acting, ensuring that our actions align with our values and do not cause harm to others. By doing so, we cultivate a sense of responsibility and mindfulness in our everyday interactions. When we refrain from harmful behaviors, such as lying, stealing, or engaging in violent acts, we avoid the negative consequences that follow such actions and maintain our mental and emotional well-being. This self-awareness and reflection help us navigate life's challenges with a calm and serene mind, free from the turmoil that unethical actions may bring. Living ethically also involves discipline and self-control. This requires us to avoid behaviors that lead to suffering, such as lying, stealing, or harming others. By practicing self-control and making conscious decisions, we strengthen our moral character and resilience. For example, refraining from gossip not only prevents harm to others, but also keeps our mind free of negativity. Gossip can create unnecessary conflicts and spread false information, leading to misunderstandings and hurt feelings. Similarly, by choosing to forgive rather than holding on to grudges, we free ourselves from the burden of anger and resentment, promoting a more peaceful state of mind. Forgiveness allows us to move forward without being weighed down by past grievances, opening the door to healing and reconciliation. Focusing on an ethical life according to Buddhist principles helps us create a life of integrity, peace, and harmony. This protects us from negative influences and enables us to contribute positively to the world around us. By continuing to practice these principles, we grow in wisdom and compassion, becoming a source of inspiration and support for others. Our ethical behavior sets an example for those around us, fostering a community and society that values and respects moral principles. Living ethically not only improves our own lives, but also contributes to a better world for everyone. By integrating ethical living into our daily routine, we develop a solid moral compass that guides us in making the right decisions, even in difficult situations. This inner strength and clarity help us navigate life's complexities with confidence and grace. Furthermore, living ethically helps us cultivate a sense of purpose and fulfillment because we know that our actions contribute to the common good. This sense of purpose is a powerful motivator that can sustain us during difficult times and inspire us to continue striving for excellence. Living ethically is not just about following a set of rules or guidelines, but about embodying the values that define who we are and how we interact with the world. It is living with integrity that can significantly change our perspective on life. Instead of focusing on what we lack or what is wrong, gratitude shifts our attention toward what we already have and what is right. This simple shift in focus can have a profound impact on our mental and emotional well-being. Buddha emphasized the importance of gratitude with the words, "Let us rise up and be thankful, for if we did not learn much today, at least we learned a little." This quote reminds us that there is always something to be thankful for, no matter how small it seems. It encourages us to find the positive aspects of every situation, even on days that seem difficult or unproductive. When we practice gratitude regularly, we begin to notice and appreciate the small blessings we often take for granted. It could be as simple as a beautiful sunrise, the taste of our favorite food, the support of a loved one, or the comfort of a warm home. By recognizing these moments of joy and expressing our gratitude for them, we cultivate a positive outlook on life. Gratitude also acts as a shield against negativity and stress. When we focus on the good things in our lives, we are less likely to get trapped in the negative aspects. This doesn't mean ignoring problems or pretending they don't exist, but rather balancing them with an awareness of the positive aspects. Over time, this practice helps us develop a resilient mindset, allowing us to handle life's ups and downs more easily. Expressing gratitude can strengthen our relationships. When we show appreciation to others, we foster a sense of connection and mutual respect. Whether thanking a friend for their support, appreciating a co-worker's hard work, or recognizing the kindness of a stranger, these small acts of gratitude can deepen our bonds with others and create a more positive social environment. Integrating gratitude into our daily routine can be simple and effective. Some people find it helpful to keep a gratitude journal, writing down something they are thankful for each day. This practice can serve as a powerful reminder of the good in our lives and help shift our focus from what's missing to what's present. Others may practice gratitude through meditation or prayer, taking a few moments each day to reflect on their blessings and express their thanks. Another way to cultivate gratitude is through mindful observation. By paying attention to our surroundings and the people in our lives, we can find many opportunities to be grateful. This might involve noticing the beauty of nature, the warmth of the sun, the songs of birds, or the laughter of a loved one. Mindful observation helps us stay present and appreciate the richness of our experiences. Gratitude can also be expressed through acts of kindness. When we do something kind for another person, it not only benefits them, but also reinforces our own sense of gratitude. Acts of kindness can be as simple as holding the door for someone, offering a compliment, or helping a neighbor with their groceries. These actions create a domino effect, spreading positivity and gratitude throughout our communities. Practicing gratitude can be particularly beneficial in challenging times. It reminds us that even in difficult moments, there are still things to be grateful for. This perspective can bring comfort and hope, helping us navigate difficult situations with more resilience. By focusing on what we have rather than what we lack, we can maintain a sense of peace and contentment even when life is hard. By regularly acknowledging and appreciating the blessings in our lives, we build a positive outlook that protects us from negativity and stress. Gratitude is a powerful tool that can transform our perspective, improve our relationships, and strengthen our overall well-being. By integrating gratitude into our daily life, we cultivate a mindset of abundance, grace, and positivity, allowing us to remain indifferent to challenges and negativity that may arise. Principle 10. Trust the process and let go of control. Trusting the process and letting go of the need to control everything is a fundamental principle of Buddhism. Buddha taught that the root of suffering is attachment. This means that our desire to cling to certain outcomes, people, or things often leads to our own suffering. When we attach ourselves to specific results or rigid expectations, we set ourselves up for stress. By surrendering to the flow of life, we allow things to unfold naturally without forcing them. This doesn't mean we stop striving or pursuing goals, but rather that we do our best and then let go of control over how things should develop. Trusting the process means having faith that things will happen as they should, even if it's not exactly how we envisioned them. Imagine you are in a river. If you try to swim against the current, you exhaust yourself and make little progress. But if you go with the flow, you move forward effortlessly and with ease. Similarly, in life, when we stop resisting and begin to accept, we find a sense of peace and calm. This practice of letting go of control can be applied in various areas of life, whether in relationships, career aspirations, or personal challenges. For example, in relationships, we often want to control how others behave or how situations should unfold, which leads to frustration and conflict when things don't go as expected. By letting go of control, we can appreciate people for who they are and allow relationships to develop naturally. When we stop trying to mold others to meet our expectations, we open ourselves up to authentic connections and a deeper understanding. Accepting people as they are, without trying to change them, fosters a sense of harmony and mutual respect. In our careers, we may have a specific vision of success and feel discouraged when we encounter obstacles or detours. Trusting the process helps us understand that every experience, even failures, contributes to our growth and learning. We become more adaptable and open to new opportunities that we may not have considered before. Sometimes what seems like a failure or a detour is actually a springboard to something greater. By letting go of rigid career plans, we may discover paths that are more satisfying and aligned with our true passions. Personal challenges such as health issues or unexpected life changes can also test our ability to let go of control. Instead of resisting these changes, we can choose to accept them and find ways to adapt. This does not mean giving up, but rather finding a new path that aligns with the current reality. For example, facing a chronic illness may mean adjusting your lifestyle and finding new ways to enjoy life. By accepting and adapting, we can find peace and even new joys in our changed circumstances. Trusting the process also means being present. When we focus too much on the future, we miss the present moment. By letting go of the need to control the future, we can fully commit to the here and now, finding joy and satisfaction in the present. Living in the moment allows us to appreciate the small pleasures in life, such as a beautiful sunset, a child's laughter, or a peaceful moment of reflection. This principle encourages us to cultivate patience and trust. It's about understanding that life has its own rhythm and cycles. By letting go of our attachments and expectations, we can navigate life's ups and downs with grace, becoming more resilient and less affected by external circumstances. Patience helps us endure life's waiting periods without anxiety. Trusting the process means believing that there is a reason and a time for everything that happens. Remember, letting go of control is not a one-time event, but a continuous practice. It requires mindfulness and self-awareness. Every time you find yourself trying to control outcomes or holding on too tightly to certain desires, take a step back, breathe, and remember the principle of detachment. Embrace uncertainty and trust that the process will guide you to where you need to be. Each time you practice letting go, you strengthen your ability to remain calm and centered, no matter what life presents you with. As Buddha said, you only lose what you cling to. By practicing detachment and trusting the process, we find peace within ourselves regardless of the chaos that may occur around us. Detachment does not mean indifference, it means fully engaging with life, but without the burden of having to control every aspect. In this way, we can live life with a sense of freedom, knowing that we are not defined by our circumstances, but by how we respond to them. Trusting the process is about having faith in the journey and knowing that everything unfolds as it should. It teaches us to let go of our fears and anxieties about the future and trust that we will have the strength and wisdom to face whatever comes. By embracing this principle, we cultivate a deep inner peace that remains unshaken in the face of external events. By incorporating these 10 Buddhist principles into our daily lives, we can cultivate a mindset where nothing can disturb our peace. I hope these principles have been insightful for you. I'd love to hear which one resonates most with your life and how you think it could help you find more peace and balance. Share your thoughts in the comments, and don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel with notifications on, so you never miss an upcoming video. Remember, true peace comes from within. Thank you for joining me on this journey, and until next time, dear friends.